African Rising. Today's video, I want to go ahead and supply those people who are out here who have questions. I have read a lot of comments on some of these expatriates who live in Gambia's pages. Some people have concerns and a lot of questions about Gambia, and some have said some derogatory and positive things for the three people that I would like to get in a conversation with about, which are the Black Acres of the Gambia, Rick and Cynthia, or Juicy Mama, Sweet Juicy Mama, and Sweet Rick. And then we have Art Kathy, and then we also have Blackexpat family, who is from the UK, her Juliet and Adrian. Now, I've watched probably all of the Black Gambias of Rick and Cynthia. Our Kathy's videos, I've probably watched about 70% of her videos. And Blackexpat, I've probably watched about 50 to 60% of the videos. I watched their videos because I've been to Gambia. I've been to Gambia, and I was in Gambia for about 4 days. It was enough time for me to see Gambia for the things I went to Gambia for. I went to Gambia to look for land, check out the opportunities, and see would it be a place that I want to live. Now, we know that the Black Acres of the Gambia and also Art Kathy, they're from America. And their channels, they are promoting for us African Americans to go over to Africa, live. They've shared their experiences, they share what they're doing. Both of them are business-minded type of people who have visions. Now, this is the Black Gambia and Art Kathy. Okay, now the Blackexpat family, which is Adrian and also Juliet, they come from the UK. They also are business people in the Gambia and are also promoting people to come to the Gambia to live. And so I think it's incumbent upon me to share my opinion about these people and also my opinion of should you go to Gambia. Let's start with Rick and Cynthia. And there's three things that I want to break to, because my title is really, are they trustworthy? And my three things that I think that one should consider when dealing with people, when it comes to our people, are number one, are they Black, and Pan-Africanism? Do they have that Pan-Africanism or Pan-African thought consciousness about them? Number two, are they about building? In other words, are they doing? Are they in there doing what they say they're doing? Number three, do they have a character of building up or tearing down others? These are crucial in making decisions, because if you're talking about relocating and you have a connection with somebody and they are going to be the ones who help and assist you along this way, you want to make sure they don't turn their backs on you or they don't try to play you. Now, I'm a pretty good judge of character because I've been around the globe. I've dealt with people in various cultures, and I'm kind of already used to some of they say the major 8 characteristics of an individual. I'm not no professional in the field or nothing like that. My days of work are in the street and contacts and relationships with people. Now, with the Black Acres of Gambia, that Rick and Cynthia, they're out there, they bought their own land, they are looking at purchasing more land, and they have a vision of creating a city. And in the city, they are wanting to create jobs for the locals and provide an opportunity for people in America, Blacks, of course, to come to get discounted costs and stand with them and helping them along the way to be able to settle in, live in Africa, and pursue your dreams that you may have going for you in your life. Rick and Cynthia are definitely pro-Black. They speak highly about being Pan-African and also speak about wanting their channel to be just for Black people. I like Rick because me and Rick, we share a lot of commonalities together. He's military, I'm retired military. He's a man about his family, I'm a man about my family. He has a vision and he's serious about his vision and he doesn't let anybody stop him from that. They have had their ups and downs with the Europeans here in America. I've had my share. He's entrepreneurial, I'm an entrepreneur businessman. So we have some connections there. And though that I don't see eye to eye on his tactics sometimes of laying out his vision, it's his vision. It's not mine. Though sometimes I think they get themselves in, in some troubles, if you will, or, some tough situations because of failing to plan. It's their vision. That's what they do. It's their business. But are these people that you can trust, that you can really believe that they are really transparent? I'm going to say, for the most part, yes. And the reason why I'm going to say the most part is there are a couple concerns I have with them. One concern I have with Rick and Cynthia was when I started watching their channel, and that was probably the later part of last year, they were like out there just bam, just doing their thing, and they're trying to figure things out, and they're running through these obstacles and potholes in their path, and they're overcoming it, and they're positive, and they're like, forget it, y'all, we've been through this before, this ain't nothing, we gonna continue. So they stay positive. But my concern is that all that they've been doing, great job and everything, they are now leaning towards the assistance of other people helping them out. That's what I have concern of. Because I know my man Rick, he's a very independent man and he stands on his own feet, stands flat-footed, right there at attention and gonna do what he gotta do. But I've noticed since May that they have been reaching out to their subscribers for assistance in areas of helping with the bag property. That's a tough area when you start involving people, because then people feel as though that they play a part, they are an investor, and they have a say-so and a right to do what they feel you should do, or they should infringe upon what you're doing because they have donated money. I say to Rick and Cynthia, be careful of that. Do what you want to do, but you know how we as a people are. And so you start to have people come in visiting. They may have an attachment to something they have been donating. They have, maybe when you're talking about machinery and money going towards certain projects and all this right here, there is going to be a sense of ownership. So that's the one concern that I have. The other concern I have is that sometimes in life, when you reap what you sow, and when and Rick and them and Cynthia are funny, me and my wife kind of laugh at them, but when we raise our eyebrows when they say, trying to get people to give whatever, and they say the sticky finger deal, that sticky fingers, or, we used to call it the 5-finger discount. You get what you can get, and then you go ahead and reap afterwards. But, sometimes if you're cutting corners or trying to, get deals or trying to, be a little sly about not really going at things in its rightful place, sometimes life would throw back at you what you were giving out. And so that's my only concern with them. But they already got a check mark because they are in Africa. They are doing it in Africa. Number two, they are about, their vision, their business. They're about the building. They're doing, and they're at work. They're doing it. The third thing is that they are about uplifting black folks. That's why they're there. They want to help out the Gambians and allowing the Gambians in, and they're pointing people to the door. They can't barely keep anybody because of the culture and all those things there, which I think that once they understand the culture, I think they are. That's why they're seeking out professionals who maybe to build their buildings, is that they're realizing some things about the African culture. Now, let me move on because they are a check mark. They are trustworthy to the point of what they are giving us on the camera. Now, they've already said there are some things behind the scenes that we don't know, and we don't, when you meet a person when you meet a person face to face, it's different than the camera, and you will be able to get to see that they are maybe differently. But old folks used to say, time tells on everybody. And you ride this wave with them, you're going to be able to pick up maybe some pros and cons about them. But for the most part, these are genuine people who have done a beautiful job of showing us step by step on their way of building their vision, which is priceless. Can't put a price tag on that. So let me move on to Art Kathy. Let me say one more thing about Rick and Cynthia. They are in their middle-aged 50s, just like myself and my wife. And so they have a little sense of eldership, seniorship, or what have you. And so they're a little bit mature in their thought process in a sense, and not letting a lot of things get to them mentally, and carrying a lot of baggage and carrying a lot of frustration. They display that when Harmon decided to make a decision to go elsewhere, and they eloquently and kindly still shared love about the young man and wished the best for him. That right there is maturity, okay? So I say all that. Now let's get to Art Kathy, because Art Kathy now, she's there, she's doing business, and she is renting out places for those who want to come, okay? That's her business, that's her vision, from what I'm gathering, that she finds places, she gets them up to par, decorates them and all that right there, and so she gets them ready for you so that you can, one, be living at probably a discounted price of what you would probably typically pay for a place to live in the Gambia. She's definitely doing some legwork so that you don't have to worry about doing a lot of legwork if you need a place to stay temporarily, okay? And seems as though that's what she's doing. I've watched about 60-70% of her videos, and it seems that she now is transitioning a little bit into, she's got her womb project going, I guess, with the women, and she's got some other side things that she's doing. But for the most part, she is, from what I understand, her business is properties and renting them out. Now, does Art Kathy fit the three categories to see if she's trustworthy? Well, we do know she's pro-black, okay? She's definitely pro-black. She's got a Pan-African mindset, consciousness, if you will, and all that there. She is there in the country, from what I gather. Sometimes I wonder if she's there or not. I see some videos that she might be in Georgia or wherever, because I can, she had made mention in one of her videos when she was walking and made a comment about the sister that might have been overweight, that she was in Georgia back then. So I wasn't sure, where she is. Is she in and out of the Gambia? I'm not sure. I know some videos she's been posting lately. She has Quasi, and she has a couple other people who are travelers, and then I guess a couple other supporters of her channel that are also doing videos. So she's got the 2 check marks when it comes to the Pan-Africans, and she's on the ground doing the work, okay? The last thing is she upbuilding. Now, I know she has taken a hit by many people who feel as though that she has been bad-mouthing the Gambians and have been negative in that sense. That I agree with. I think Art Kathy is in her early 40s, maybe late 30s, early 40s. And She has come to awakening here probably in the last few years of her conscious mindset, if you will, or she see a lot of things now. The veil has been lifted. She's on the ground running and trying to scream out to wake people up, whether it's about their health or whether it's about them being motivated to get out here and be business mindset, be positive, be aware of the demons and the devils that are out here that has been raping, robbing, and pillaging. She's giving it to you raw. And very few people can handle raw meat. Very few people can chew on it, let alone digest it. And when somebody gives it to you raw, it causes a friction within you because it doesn't sit well. Matter of fact, it causes upset stomach, or it gives you a headache, or whatever it might be. And so that's how she is. That's just her characteristic. She's going to give it to you raw and hardcore, and many people can't deal with that. I don't agree with disrespecting anybody of color. But maturity comes in knowing how to say it. And when I say knowing how to say it is that I can point out something wrong, like I have pointed out with the Bag family, but I say it with respect to where it's like it's concern, but I'm not going to try to damage them or try to belittle them or try to make them look less than in the eyes of the public because they are brother and sister. And I wouldn't do that with Sister Art Kathy, But she needs to understand that, hey, the words that come of our mouth can either bring war or peace. It can either bring love or hate. Now, if anybody knows anything, because I'm a Leo, I'm a doggone lion. I'm hardcore. I give it to people raw at times, But as I'm getting older, I bite that lip, man, and I try to think of a different way of saying it. Because my intentions are not to hurt anybody. My intentions are to awake or to make people aware of things that might be going on. My opinions and my views are not the right and the only truth in one's life. There are many truths out here in people's lives. But Art Kathy, in a sense, she's doing this business. She's trying to help people. People will only gravitate to the type of energy that one displays, and she's got 29 to almost 30,000 viewers. The Bag has 40,000 viewers. So you're always going to find followers, I'm new on this thing here. I've started my channel because I want to share my experience going to Africa. I've been to Africa 5 times. I was actually born in Africa. I was born in Libya, Tripoli, Libya, of all places. Those who are enslaving people that look like us, But it wasn't because my mom and dad are from there. It's because my dad was military and they flew my mother over there when they was over in Greece when my dad was in the military. But Africa has always called me for many years. And I started my journey on Africa. And I'll be going back to Africa here in another month, going to East Africa to visit Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, and Johannesburg. So get ready for that video. But back to that. Is Art Kathy trustworthy? Well, I'll say this right here. My sister, she's done it to me. When you say things that doesn't jive with her, she's going to delete your comment, okay? If you bring up something she said and you're going to give her some more information and she doesn't like it, she's going to go ahead and delete your comments. That's just her. It's just how she is, People used to say back in the day, if somebody you hang with talks about other people, you better believe they talk about you too. So I say that I know that even though Art Kathy in her mind has a great intentions of trying to help and assist people, if you don't jump on her board of what she believes, she has a difficult time, accepting somebody who's going to come, as she said, with the BS. Now, I can understand that, but in her mind, if you're off track with her or you think contrary to her, you're BS. So for me, it's like I don't really gravitate towards that type of energy. You know, I don't. I in one aspect, other aspects, I still can embrace her. I can embrace her because she is going to be well outspoken, and I love people who can be well outspoken because it's easy for you to know where they come from. You know, they're either yay or nay. You ain't got to worry about them being in the middle. That's the positive thing about the system. But trustworthy. Can I trust that if I have some belief view in me that's contrary to hers, will she just kick me to the curb? Will she leave you high and dry if you go to Africa and you know you go there and you don't believe in certain things she believes? I don't know. That's for you to find out, but that's just what me and my opinion is. So, Blackexpat, Juliet, and Adrian. They come from the UK. They share their story of how they left the UK because they were tired of the European being who they will always be as this manipulative, biased, prejudice type of people who have proven over the years that you can't trust basically what they do because it's just inherent in them. And that's just how it is. And that's how Africa wound up the way it did when they allowed the Europeans in and basically was taken advantage of. Juliet, they came there to start their life. They're in there now promoting people to buy land, people to come to Gambia. They are on the forefront of trying to get people citizenships. They have connected with some very well-respected people in the political arena. They have connected with people who are trying to make some shifts, some changes, and make some moves in us getting citizenships. They have done many videos on land that are available. They have definitely done a lot of legwork for the people. And do they meet the three criterias? Are they Pan-African? You know, yeah, I would say yes. They're black, they're pro-black, they're about the people. So that's one. Two, are they on the ground doing it? They are on the ground, they're doing it. They're doing it, and they are showing that they have connected with the people, they are with the locals, and they are embracing the people, and so that is great. The third thing, are they upbuilding? Yes, I would say yes, they are, because I have not heard from any negativity of them talking about the locals, talking about other people. They try to keep it 100 when it comes to just being real with everybody. They kind of refrain sometimes. Well, Juliet does at times from her opinions. But Adrian, I love Adrian because, you know, he's going to keep it real from his male perspective. You know, that masculine energy. And he lays it out there too as well. You know, but he's being real with it, but he ain't going to condemn you if you don't agree with him. So these people meet all the three criteria. Are they trustworthy? Can you trust them if you land on that ground that they're going to take care of you? I can only say that we have to go by those who are the recipients of that. If you met Saeed, the happy companion, he was there. I think he did some business with them. He had some land. It sounded like from his report, they have followed through. He was happy with the what he purchased. I saw the video where he saw his land. Those are facts, yo. Those are facts. And so when you have a witness to show what you do, it gives credibility. Now, so they are credible people. Art Kathy, I haven't seen anybody that she's brought in yet who's renting and that can validate her and what her business is. We do see some videos where she's uploading about these places. She has Brother Kwesi, who also is connected with her. I'm not sure if he's still with Blackexpat or not, or something happened there. I don't know. But so Art Kathy, we haven't had any people to be able to see and hear from that she's legit or on point. I haven't seen the videos. Maybe she's got those videos posted. The Black Acres of the Gambia, you know, they still in their vision. They're in the forefronts of their business ventures, and they have definitely done some videos with other people who's come to see them. They show the land. They're happy to show what they're doing. They're showing local people, whether they're American or from the UK or from Jamaica, whatever. They're showing and promoting other people's businesses as well. So you take all these things in perspective. Now, I'm going to get to my opinion of Gambia, all right? Because I was been in Gambia for 4 days, all right? And let me say this right here. Everybody's perceptions are different. Your likes and my likes might be two different things. My dislikes and your dislikes are two different things. Now, let me give you a little, for those who are in America or even in UK, I've been in UK many a time. What is Gambia like? Gambia is like that country town that you know of that is small, laid back, kind of quiet, no hustle and bustle, no big city. Matter of fact, Gambia doesn't have high rises. To my knowledge, I think the tallest building I saw when I was there in the capital might have been 7 stories, maybe, if that, 6, 5. It's not a big hustle bustle city full of technology, and it's just a laid back country. Like I said, it's being developed. It's, you know, there it's trying to grow in different aspects, but Gambia is a small country. There are things I look for in countries when I am looking at, am I going to go buy property and stuff right there in these countries? Number one, what is the government? Is the government sound? That's number one. And what I mean by the government, does the government care for the people enough to go ahead and do what it's supposed to do? Fix roads, you know, all the infrastructures, whether it's bridges. Do they have adequate amount of utilities, or do they go out or not? The water source, or, you know, those type of businesses that are going to help and build a country. Number two, does the country, can it stand on itself for self-sufficiency? Now, majority of countries can't do that. Gambia can't do that in a sense, I don't think, right now, because I've asked a lot of questions about, you know, its imports, its exports. I've done a lot of research on it, GDP. You know, I've done research to see what is it that really is keeping Gambia floating or operating to the capacity that it can't be self-sufficient. And its 3 top money makers for the country is tourism, agriculture, and something else. I just can't remember what it was, but it was nothing significant. But what I'm saying is that because of the tourism is, I think, the number 2 that can always be pulled from underneath you, because it's the Europeans that come there, that tour there in Gambia. And if that stops, that can cause a crunch in the economy, okay? The other thing is agriculture. They have a lot of exports going out, like food that are going out agriculturally, but they have a lot coming in. They don't even, you know, they eat more of the imports that you will find coming from other countries than anything else. You know, this right here sometimes could be concerning, because we do know that majority of African countries are reliant on imports as well as the exports. And so Gambia is that small town that, you know, here in America, that is just laid back, not much going on. If you got the means, buy you a house and want to kick back, chill, you can. I don't see really the big interest for those who are very aggressive business entrepreneurs to go to Gambia. That's just my opinion, because it's not aggressive. Could you get in and start a business and do something? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can. But if you're looking at doing businesses that are more on a higher level when it comes to technology, if it's coming to property or asset, real estate, those things there. If it's coming to manufacturing, distribution, it would be a great place to start. And if you want to be in a place that's going to be able to welcome your business, and yet it can also help your business to a higher capacity, I think Gambia, you need to really look inside there, because it's just a laid back country. I loved it when I was there. But for what I do, I want a different area, a different country for me. But the people are beautiful. The people are friendly. And it's a good place. I think anybody can go ahead and start out a business. The cost of living, I believe that's why the three people I'm talking about, your money can go further than most countries. And so, yes, you can go there and live off of $800 to $1,000 a month. You know, you can rent a house for $300 a month, and it's cheap. So yes, you can live for cheap there in Gambia. But if you're aggressive and need a larger city, and you like to hustle bustle, and you like a lot of things, activities and a lot more options when it comes to maybe eating out, or if it's things for your kids and outings and parks and stuff like that, Gambia may not be for you. So with that, that's my opinion. This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa.